Alright guys, it had to happen eventually. We've got to talk about Dolce and Gabbana. I think at this point everyone is aware of how awful they are. But the thing is, people only ever seem to remember the most recent 1 or 2 screw-ups. It's like your friend just stood you up to hang out. But in reality, you can't even really call them your friend anymore because they've actually stood you up the past dozen times you've made plans to hang out. Yeah, your friend actually thinks you're dumb and that you have crappy taste in music and that your choice to call books that are turned into movies adaptations rather than adaptations is really annoying. Anyway, the bottom line is that they've actually screwed you over way more than you can even remember, apparently. So this video is actually a bit of a prelude to next week's video, where I'll run down all of the shady crap that Dolce & Gabbana have done over the years. And strap in, guys, because that train is going straight into a giant dumpster fire. And there is a reason I am choosing to make this video now. I mean, I've known for a long time that eventually this day would come, but today is the day. That's because it's been announced that Dolce & Gabbana has sued Diet Prada. If you're not familiar, Diet Prada is a fashion watchdog Instagram account. They started off by just kind of calling out designers for ripping off other designers, but since then they've grown to the point where they're basically now the moral arbiters of the fashion scene. Some might hate Diet Prada because they epitomize call-out culture. And yeah, you'd be right. They basically exist to name and shame designers. And sometimes their ire is turned towards people who have maybe just made an innocent mistake. But overall, I really can't be mad because the fashion industry is full of evil snakes and most people just give them passes. So why the hell is Dolce & Gabbana suing an Instagram account? Well, D&G claim that they've lost a bunch of money from all the bad-mouthing that Diet Prada has done about them. You see, the most recent Dolce controversy was over this really horrible racist ad campaign that they did in China. One of Diet Prada's founders is Asian, so they kinda took that personally. So what did Dolce & Gabbana do? Was it actually worthy of all that hate? Let's find out. But first, I've looked into it, and a very, very small percentage of you are actually subscribed to the channel. It's completely free. Just press that button, and you will not regret it. Thank you so much. So in 2019, Dolce & Gabbana decided to go all in on China. That's right, they had dollar signs in their eyes. That's because in recent years, China has become a massive luxury fashion market, in some ways even overtaking the United States. However, the country has its own tastes and brands, and some do better than others. And let me tell you, D&G just wanted those sweet, sweet yen. They were salivating for it. So they decided to just go all out to wine and dine the Chinese people. They created an entire ad campaign around the phrase, DG loves China. Sure, definitely cringy, but overall no different than your average craven regionalized marketing campaign. Then they decided to do their resort runway show in China. And it wasn't gonna be any old show. It was gonna be a fucking barn burner. They made 300 looks for the runway show, which, like, 300? That's like 200 more brain cells than I have. No thank you, no one needs to see that many clothes in one setting. I mean, where do they think they are? A celebrity closet tour? And they spent a lot of money on this show, to the point where the designers were even expressing some fears about it in interviews beforehand. Dolce himself said, "All my team is so nervous because we spent too much money on this. I don't care. I want to die poor. Money is much better used in life." And that makes it all the more sweet, knowing just how it would all go up in flames. So Dolce is doing this huge PR blitz to promote their new show and to prove, like, no, we're not just trying to get money out of you. We really love and care for the Chinese people and their culture. Yeah, they're definitely not just trying to suction out dollar bills from the people of the country like they're Garth and Wayne's World. As part of that campaign, the brand posted a series of videos to their Weibo account, which is a huge Chinese social media platform. In that fateful video, a Chinese woman... You know what? I cannot even do these videos justice by describing them. We've got to take a look.
玛格丽特披萨饼，欢迎收看 Dolce and Gabbana 奇快吃饭第1集。 今天我们首先要向大家展示如何用这种小棍子形状的餐具来吃我们伟大的传统玛格丽特披萨饼。你们是不是一手拿一根，像小刀一样切一块披萨饼呢？不是这样。对，这样就对了。所以就是像钳子一样夹住一块披萨饼，直接送进嘴里。哦，别让奶酪滴下来。Bravissimo!
Wow, what a great concept. Like, did you know that Chinese people don't use forks and knives? They use sticks. How backwards-minded and quaint. Such a simple people. And please, for the love of God, guys, please understand that that was all sarcasm. Don't clip these out of context and post and make me look racist. Thank you very much. So right off the bat, they choose to call the chopsticks small stick-shaped cutlery. I'm sure some maverick marketing genius came up with that and thought it was really clever and hilarious, but really you're just otherizing them and making them feel ridiculed. Oh, and even more, let's have her eat pizza. Of course, a Chinese woman has never seen or even heard of pizza before. She'll have no idea what to do with it. So she starts poking and prodding the pizza with the chopsticks. Again, this is all just making Chinese people look like idiots. Idiots who don't know what a pizza is, idiots who don't know how to eat a pizza, idiots who would poke a pizza with chopsticks. I don't know about you guys, but when I want someone's money, I really love to just make them feel like dum-dums. It works great. Actually, maybe D&G are playing crazy 4D chess here. Maybe they're big pickup artistry fans and they're trying to use that concept of negging. I'm not even gonna go further into that. If you don't know what negging is, just look it up and prepare to be disgusted. And let me tell you guys, it gets worse than the pizza.
意式香炸甜卷儿，欢迎收看 Dolce and Gabbana 起快吃饭第2集。今天我们要吃的是传统的西西里香炸甜卷儿。终于有一个尺寸不那么让人手足无措的食物了，这是不是太夸张了？来，拿起筷子，在手里整理成钳子的形状，夹起一根甜卷儿。对你们来说还是太大了吗？你们还可以把一根筷子插进甜卷里面，像这样吃。这会让你感觉自己身在意大利，不过你是在中国。Bravissimo!
There are so many things wrong here. First, again, they're making fun of the idea that Chinese people use chopsticks, but then they're also acting like they don't actually know how to use them? Use them like pliers. Yeah, I think she knows that. And then you've got this very, unsubtle sexual innuendo about how big the cannoli is. So now she's not just an idiot, but also the subject of some light, fun sexual harassment. Fantastic. And the closing line is, this will make you feel like you're in Italy, but you're in China. Yeah, too bad you're scum and you live in China rather than magnificent Italy. What a great message for your potential customer base there. Okay guys, one more. We can get through this.
番茄酱意面，欢迎收看 Dolce and Gabbana 起快吃饭第3集。来到最后一集，让我们挑战传统的番茄酱意面。尽管你可能以为跟吃中国面条差不多，实际上吃的方式还是大有不同，没那么简单。试试看，把筷子插入面条，夹起它。对，夹起它，然后卷起来。能成功吃起来的人将会得高分。Bravissimo! 啊，你的手链真是太漂亮了。
So this one doesn't even make sense. The guy says right at the beginning that eating spaghetti is just like eating noodles. And yet they still show her perplexed and confused. Homies, Italy isn't the only country with long stringy pasta. The Chinese have actually probably had it for longer, and they definitely know how to eat it with chopsticks. And finally, at the end, they do mention a bracelet. Yeah, remember, these ads were designed to sell clothes and accessories. How on earth they actually thought it would achieve that goal is totally beyond me, though. And everything from there is, as they say, history. The videos blew up, people in China were calling for boycotts of the country, and they were forced to cancel their massive, hugely expensive runway show. Sweet, sweet schadenfreude. In next week's video, we will get into how Dolce and Gabbana responded to this controversy. And here's a little sneak peek. Not well. But as I said, this video is merely a prelude. Prelude? Prelude? Whatever. Tune in next time for more info on this horrible racist snafu, as well as all of the other horrible racist and disgusting actions and words of the company and their founders. However, like I said at the beginning, I want to talk about why this matters and why I feel like I need to be making this video now. So Dolce & Gabbana are suing Diet Prada. In total, they're looking to get $5 million from the Instagram account. Supposedly because somehow, just by posting about the brand's racist ads, they caused them to lose money. And yeah, it's all Diet Prada's fault. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling Instagram watchdog account. I think anyone with a brain can understand how stupid this is. It was the brand's own actions that caused them to lose revenue, not the people who talked and wrote about it. However, it does highlight a huge issue of power. Both in the fashion industry and the kind of entire modern world, whoever has more money can kind of do what they want. Diet Prada had to make a GoFundMe to help pay for their legal fees, and the fees just for this first filing totaled 26 grand. 26 grand! Just to basically respond to this frivolous case by these racist-ass Italian dudes. And that 26 grand isn't even accounting for whatever future legal fees might come up if this case doesn't immediately get thrown out of court, which I really hope it does. But this stuff happens all the time. If someone rich has a grudge, they can basically bury you in legal fees until you either go away or go broke. So it is up to all of us to pitch in, help out Diet Prada, and speak up against Dolce & Gabbana. And hey, I have said just as much inflammatory stuff about D&G in this video as Diet Prada did. Maybe they'll sue me next. The thing is, have you heard about the Streisand effect? Basically, there was a time when Barbra Streisand really didn't like that people were posting pictures of her house. But her working so hard to remove them actually brought way more attention to the pictures and spread them around way more than they would have if she had just let it be. That is why I'm making this video. I'm trying to Streisand Dolce & Gabbana. If they want to silence people talking about the horrible shit they've done, well, we've just got to say it more and louder. I've already started in this video, but make sure you come back next week. It's gonna be spicy. Like Hot Ones Last Dab spicy. Oh my god, it's gonna be good, you guys. And the reason it's gonna be so good is because Dolce & Gabbana are trash. And with that, I ask you to watch the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, come back next time. It's gonna be good.